something personal today. How we doing? Welcome back to the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Those are the easiest ways to keep the channel growing, and I thank you for staying till the end. We are going to be recapping Married to Medicine, Life is Not a Playground, whatever they titled it. It's whatever. It was a mess, and I promise y'all, I know when I say I'm not gonna hold y'all too long, I'll hold y'all long, but I'm not gonna hold y'all long, because what we only gonna talk about, we're gonna talk about the end. Phaedra left. So yeah, her plan, for me, Phaedra never gave anything to the show. She always had, I thought she would have been like a good comic relief, honestly, but she didn't even bring that. I mean, the best thing that she did on the show is read Jackie for what she was trying to do, trying to salvage her reputation in Atlanta. But other than that, what was her reason for bringing Apollo to the reunion? What was the reason for Heavenly bringing Apollo to the cast trip? It's just, all reality TV now is heavily pre-produced. Like, her plan failed. She was annoyed that nobody was like, oh no, why to Heavenly. Like, she probably was trying to stick it to Heavenly and it didn't really work out for her. And she's like, I don't feel safe with y'all. Okay, girl, bye, period, the end. Like, are we supposed to be sad? And this just proves that Bravo, NBC, Universal will bring anybody that will bring them that De Niro. You know what I'm saying? Because Andy is out here, and sidebar, Andy is out here saying that it's sad. I love Karen. I hope she didn't do, blah, 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 blah. Instead of saying straight facts, he's leaving the door open for Karen to come back. Everybody blame Candy Barris for not having Phaedra back on Atlanta. Everyone blamed Candy. You know what I'm saying? The door was always open for Phaedra. Phaedra was probably the one was like, I don't want to be in a screaming match about what I did 6 years ago. That's it. That's all. She was saving her own skin. She was in the universe. And then she got with Married to Medicine. That wasn't her bag. Now she back at Real Housewives of Atlanta. And now Candy gone, Candy doing other things. And there you go. We wish you well, Phaedra Parks. We wish you well. You and whoever you're with now, because it's not Chet. Anyway, I'm a millennial. I'm going to be looking at my notes, and I write my notes down. I don't use the notes app. I tried, but I love pen and paper. So there's that. So we started at the end. Phaedra's gone. Okay, bye. So it's annoying to me because Toya has never gave me authentic. She's never gave me girls. Never gave like she wanted to work things out. She always gave that I'm better than this. She's like the Dorit of Married to Medicine. Like, she inflates, and when things go wrong, she's like, it's okay, we're gonna take care of it, don't worry about it. Like, girl, your life is not, roses and champagne. But the thing that's different with her and Dorit is that when there's something going wrong, she always blames Eugene. It's weird. She always blames Eugene, and then she's like, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. He got to do this, he got to do that. Much like Karen. Anyway, focus. I agree with Toya. Again, I think this is like the third time this season I'm agreeing with Toya. Toya Harris. Child, Toya is the only sane one in this group that's saying that y'all have to do this in order to get this. She sat down with Sweet Tea and Mimi. She got a person that was is Mimi partial? I think Mimi is, she'll be definitely subjective in the, she'll be objective in the actual situation, because she's a psychiatrist and she knows when and when not to. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Mimi was a good buffer in that conversation. And it was good for Toya as well, because Toya knows how to hardball people. She knows how to ask them rapid fire questions. Even though she was asking T questions, the way that it was edited, it looked like she was very much softballing her. Like, she was like, you know what, I'm asking you. I'm trying to make sure that you feel comfortable. I want you to talk about you. You don't need to talk about Greg. We know Greg is upset. We know Greg is still harping on whatever Quad did, why she stole the mattress, all the furniture was gone. He's mad about all that stuff. And then T is just like, I don't know what Greg's gonna do. I don't know what's gonna happen. You're gonna have to figure it out. I don't think that Greg is going to do that. And she's like, I've tried to talk to him, and we saw how that went, right? Because Greg is the same person that he was when he was married to Quad. He didn't change his spots. He just found somebody that was eager enough to be with him. And I ain't saying that they don't like each other, love each other. I'm just saying he got some things to work out that he ain't work out yet, and so does Quad. Okay? T is getting the brunt of it, and it's not fair to her. It isn't. Now that I've seen everything transpire off and on screen, I can maybe little bit 0.7% have a little sympathy for T, because they did kind of use, I mean, Heavenly has said it a few times that they used her to get Quad back on the show, because Quad is her storyline. Because what would Sweet T's storyline be if Quad wasn't there? What would Quad's story be the season before if Sweet T wasn't there? You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense, but now that Quad is in the good graces for now, because you know things can go down after Reunion is filmed, because you know how Quad get. Sweet T is just left out there with a dinghy, just stringing along, and she's sad and mad about that. And I get it. Like, she's not made for reality TV. I said that when she walked on this screen. Like, she's not made for it. Because if she don't know that this is a produced show, and that every single one of these characters, maybe not Dr. Jackie or Dr. Simone, is being used for something. Because Heavenly knows she's being used for something, and she's using that opportunity to make bank and to get her face out there. And you see them producers and Universal ain't kicked her off yet. She signed that contract every year. So Sweet T, I don't know. You and Heavenly have a lot of things alike, but one thing that is not alike, you did not seize the opportunity in promoting yourself to stay on this show, or trying to give grace to the situation between Quad and her man instead of defending that man so much and dismissing Quad. Yo, what kind of show would this be if Quad and Sweet T were cordial to each other? I mean, not sharing secrets like, oh yeah, that's what he used to do with me. That's like, I understand what you are. I understand what I am now. And this is what it is. And we could be cool. Imagine what kind of show it would be. It would really be a fun show. I mean, I'm sure Heavenly would kick up some dust, but it would be a decent show. You know what I'm saying? What do we do? This is what we have. This is what she did. And now she's sad about it. And I'm sorry for her. I do feel a little bit of empathy. Let's see. Okay, Quad and Heavenly in the kitchen. I don't know. The two of them are like in an oblivious bubble about really what's really going on. And dare I say Quad had some accountability a little bit? I don't know. It seems like Quad is different, but not really. She's just a little more tame. So Quad is definitely, I think, she's not changed, but I think Quad has always, when she's with a man, she has always let the man lead in most parts and most things, I think, and she becomes submissive in certain parts. And I think that she is trying to, you know, not be that rah girl every 5 seconds and harping on the past. Hence her party. I'm hopping around. Hence her party when she said we are not going to talk about the past. And not every single person, but Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone was like, this is a new Miss Quad, honey. We are not talking about the past. And you know Quad can harp on what you did to me 5 years ago, what you did to me 10 days ago. You know, why nobody feel how I feel. No one called me, yada, yada, yada. You know Quad. She can go on and on and on and on. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that she is like, I am turning over a new leaf. We don't need to talk about it. And she let other people speak, especially Toya. When I was looking at that scene, I was like, Quad let somebody speak and she only said 2 sentences in between? What is this? I like this new Quad, even though she's still a little sassy and still a little, I can dig in. What the hell, Lord, I thought it was a grand. I can dig in and do whatever. But I feel like Quad, I do feel like she changed a little bit. That's just me. I like it. We'll see how long it lasts. I think we only got a few more episodes left for this season. And you know how things go after reunion, like I said. We see how it go. So what else went down? Okay, so we're going back to Toya and her party planning for her anniversary, right? I don't know. I hate the way she talked to Eugene. I've disliked the way that she talked to Eugene and about Eugene. Whatever. We could talk about that for the next 15 minutes, but I'm not going to do that to y'all. I think the theme is so cute. I thought that the light shade of her intelligence and her finances was a little bit sketchy, but funny. But I mean, hey. This is what they do, the Mean Girl Brigade. Especially Heavenly, baby. But Toya do be throwing them parties and they getting paid somehow. So now we are to where she is going to hand out these cute invitations, like Mrs. Whistledown paper pamphlet situation. And this is where everyone finds out from Contessa and, I can never remember her man's name. Anyway, Contessa and her husband tell them that Greg is pressing charges. Even Steve, who don't even know these people like that, was like, what? You pressing charges? For what? And that was my same thought. What are you pressing charges on? Like, what is the reason? You know what the reason is, Greg? Your ego was damaged and you want to press charges. And you know why King is a better man than you? Because that man, unseen footage is being released. Then that man came the next day and still was like, you know what? Greg got his own feelings. Y'all could go over there, and figure out what's going on. I'm paraphrasing. Going on with Greg. You know what? I'm sorry. It has to get down like that. Blah, 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 blah. Like, he was apologetic the next day and still considered Greg's feelings. Greg left, him and his wife left, and nobody don't blame them for not, staying, because why would you? But then you're going to press charges on a fight that you were involved in, that you egged on. You saying that you grown. You wasn't acting grown in that situation on that sandbar, baby. You were not. Because when that man already had his shirt off, he was like, see, that's how we all know how you are, because I know how your girl is. You see, like, come on, Greg. Listen, you could do what you want to do, press the charges. I heard it got dismissed, which it should. But it's dumb. It was dumb. And I agree with Eugene. Eugene and what's his name? Contessa's husband. Why I can't remember that man's name. And Contessa's husband should press charges and listen to that whack ass song. Oh my God. I wanted to fast forward through that song so bad, but I had to listen just to see like what he really sound like. He sound like himself singing. It don't, you know how you can listen to somebody like Michelle A. Michelle A has the highest voice that I've ever heard. Or when she sings, you do not know that that's Michelle A singing. Greg sound like how he talk, but he's singing. And that's how I could explain it. And it was horrible. You did not have to share that. If that was something to get your chest, you came with your laptop and your speaker to share that information, to share that you had to get your feelings out. I picked up my guitar and it all just came out. Could you have kept that to yourself? Oh my God. I don't know. Greg, I don't think this reality TV stuff is for you or Sweet Tea. Maybe y'all should be friends of or something so y'all could do something else. Because this full-time business is not for y'all. For you to write a song, I had to get my feelings out. Man, oh my God, that was just the worst. This whole episode was just a hot mess in a basket. That's all I have to say. Now we're going to talk about Heavenly just for a little bit. Contessa had such a point in her confessionals, baby. Like, before we even get to Contessa and hypocritical Heavenly, I just want to say, Heavenly and Damon, Dr. Damon, Daddy, they think the exact same. I just hear those key words. That's what a man does. I'm a man, and if I was defending my wife, I would do the same thing. So you see how Heavenly was on timeout, as she called it? Because she was out here saying that, you either a man or you not. I mean, you trying to say that because they're gay, they're not a man? I've seen all types of gay men. And that's not the case. But, I mean, that's how they think. And this is my opinion. I think Damon and Heavenly think the exact same about that exact topic. I don't know. When y'all listen to how they talk, I think that they think the same. Damon, now, I'm not saying that they're homophobic, but what I'm saying is they got them tendencies. If you see somebody out there and you find out that they're homosexual, you're going to be like, what are you going to do in a fight? What does their sexuality have to do with fighting? So if you see a woman so if you see Contessa and she got muscles, are you going to say that she can or she cannot fight? We don't know. Just because Contessa got a great body, that don't mean she know how to dress. You see what I'm saying? You see how that correlates? Anyway, Contessa had a point in her confessionals, right? She's like, what are you going to do? Are you a man? Not she, as in Heavenly. Are you a man or not? If somebody's coming after your wife, what are you going to do? And they love to call Quad a wife because she got a man. Her and Damon say the same thing. Just because she got a man now, y'all just slip up and say that she's a wife. She not a wife. She a girlfriend. Right? And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, just trying to make y'all understand, like, that's how they think. That is how Heavenly and Damon think. And they're just like, I'm going to be a man and I'm going to, do what I got to do, whether it's got to fight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then Heavenly is like, them is fighting words. So when you talked about her husband and she came after you, not even this season, the seasons before, when they had to do that stupid intervention, she got all up in arms about it. She's like, you are the one that told me all this information. You didn't have to talk about that. And she told you that stuff off camera. As much as Contessa, I feel like she is annoying. Contessa is absolutely correct to be upset with you and absolutely correct to not want to be friends with you. Why would anybody want to be friends with somebody that would expose their business like that on a national platform? Not international platform. Like, that's wild crazy. And I would stand by Contessa about that. Like, we all know that Heavenly is hypocritical, but in this instance of Contessa, like, it just had to be said. Like, Contessa was defending her marriage. Whether it was a good or bad marriage, that's not your bit or our business. You know what I'm saying? For real, it's not our business. But if you're putting it on TV, we gonna talk about it. But she called you guys were friends. There's a difference, Heavenly. There's a difference. And if you had trouble with her trauma dumping on you, you should have told her. That's what friends do. I do not have the mental capacity to talk to you about you and your husband today. I apologize. Now, if she get up in arms about it, then that's something different. Anyways, that's all I got to say about that. I feel like that's all I have to say about this episode, to be honest with you. I just don't like how that's all I have to say about this episode, to be honest with you. I just don't like how Greg was trying to rewrite history with that fight. He was like telling Contessa's husband and Eugene, like, y'all didn't know, y'all wasn't in a fight. Everybody was looking at y'all. It was an open area. Everybody could see, even the producers could see that y'all did not fight. You were like a whole meter away, like 50 meters away, because chat got in the middle. You trying to sue this man for a what if? It's dumb. It's dumb. And Letitia, I feel for you in your marriage. I do not like how he talks to you. I do not like how he talked to you in that last episode. And the way that you have always defended him puts you in a box on an island by yourself. Now, again, these women put you on this show so Quad could come back and you and Quad could have a storyline, and they just put y'all in a ring and see what happens. And, you know, you call them mean girls. It probably is a mean girl brigade, especially Dr. Simone and Dr. Heavenly. Because though they may have evolved, there are some things that remain the same. They do think that they are elite. They do think that they're better than. And Phaedra probably thought that she was better than as well. She may make more money than them. Who the heck knows what Phaedra does? Because she got a lot of jobs, right? And it's just like, T, you are on an age that you know what reality TV is, and that sometimes when I think about it, it's just like, girl, you let them use you. And this is your second season. Now, the first season, we could give you a pass. Oh, you didn't know for real. Now, I mean, the second season, you need to have your wits about you. You can't just come in on here and crying wolf. Well, it's not really wolf. You can't be crying victim and don't do nothing about it. Like this, that's where I'm on the fence with it. Like, it's just like, girl, this is, now you know, if y'all come back next season, now you know how to handle it. Now you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But this episode was a meh, you know. Like a 6.5 out of 10. I really wasn't waiting for bated breath to watch it, because we already knew that that Gregory filed charges. What I want to see is this party. That's what I want to see, honestly. I mean, and Quad not being there because of the Lunsfords, I get it, but I don't. Because if it was dismissed so quickly, I don't think that she should, you know, make Greg feel elite about that. Because he probably feels like, because I'm here, she can't be here. And that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't like Greg. Y'all know that. I don't like Greg. Not like, I don't know that man. You know what? I don't like his personality on this show. And I feel like he's shown his true self on this screen. So, there's that. I got y'all on a table. It's a little shaky, ain't it? Whatever. I'm not feeling that great. But I was like, let me just talk about this episode real quick. Because it really was a nothing burger. You know. But again, this is what I had to say about them girls over there in Atlanta and they partners that are doctors. I say this all the time. I still like this show. I really do still like this show. They make me cackle. They make me, you know, annoyed. They give me all the emotions, and that's what reality TV is supposed to do for you as a spectator. I really wish that Phaedra brought her $2 and a pizza vibe to the show, but she didn't. She tried to be heavenly to produce this show, and she failed miserably. And she was like, you know what? I don't need y'all. I'm out. I'm going across the street. See y'all when I see ya. Peace. And on that note, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Still like and subscribe. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.